Can go ahead.
All right. Yes. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. This is another Wednesday webinar with the eBiz Marketing Academy. My name is Omari Valentine, and I'll be presenting to you integrating chat into your website strategy. So just a bit of information about what the eBiz Marketing Academy is. We are a online community and platform for business skills learning. We provide business skills for a number business owners, marketing managers, anyone who's looking to boost their skills in online marketing. We service e-commerce business owners, service business owners, local business owners, coaches, digital marketers, and more. So a background, a little bit about myself. I am a digital marketer and web developer. I've been in the industry for a number of years. I've been in interactive for longer than I care to share. But I definitely I'm very passionate about helping out small businesses and giving information that will be a benefit in the short term and in the long term for your success. So for today, we are talking about how to integrate chat into your web strategy. I think it's a really important thing. I think that obviously we're in a high sales season, and being that's the case, a lot of folks may be looking at doing some tweaks to their website and to the website strategy. And so we want to look at how chat can really be a benefit to your business. So so what are some of the top reasons to consider chat widget? Let's talk about that for a little bit. Some of the top reasons that I would say that where you might want to look at chat widgets for your sales strategy would be poor on-site conversion, meaning that when somebody comes to your site, they're not when you're getting traffic to your site. Maybe you're driving through ads, or you're getting traffic through Google search, but the traffic's not converting. Obviously, if you're not getting traffic to your site, that's a different issue, and we do address these in other webinars and in our group and our website. But today we're talking about conversion. So poor conversion can be one reason that you might want to consider a chat widget. Another way. So actually primarily poor conversion, but there's some other additional things as well, such as if you're having issues with, if you want to have a more robust customer service platform. Currently, if you want to be able to service people at the point of sale, being the point of sale is on your website, you may want to look at using your website for that purpose as well. So if you're looking at your website and you say your bounce rate, for example, is kind of high, you're gonna be looking at lowering that bounce rate. And the bounce rate, just for you guys understanding, is the rate at which people arrive on your website and then leave, and they don't actually take any action on your site or on the first page they visit. So cart abandonment as well, it can be an issue if you've got people who are adding items to their cart, but then they're not actually taking action once the item is added to the cart, or they're taking action but they're not actually buying. Then it's something to look at as well. And if you have a traditional sales or support team, you can look at chat as being something that can help kind of make the on-site experience a little bit more robust. Okay, so going to your bounce rate. How do you know if your bounce rate is too high? Well, you can check your industry averages. It varies by industry and by page type. Generally speaking, if we're talking about retail sales or e-commerce, you're looking at a bounce rate of around 20 to 40%. If you're looking at bounce rates that are higher than that, then it suggests that there's something wrong. There's something wrong that you need to address. And then, for landing pages, if you're just putting up a sales landing page, landing pages tend to have a higher bounce rate. So just be aware of that. Your bounce rate is high on the landing page. That may not be an issue, but if you're driving traffic from a landing page to a separate page, and your bounce rate's that high, then it's something to look at. So there may be a few reasons that your bounce rate might be higher than usual. one example is if you look at your data in Google Analytics, and we're always talking here about Google Analytics, how important it is to really dig into your numbers and see see how segment your data, and see how your traffic is trending in a variety of different segments. So if you're looking at your organic traffic, and your organic traffic isn't really sticking around, you might want to look at your page content, and your metadata. So if somebody sees your listing on a Google search, and they click through to your page, and the page doesn't match what they thought they were looking at, then they'll just bounce on, go move on to the next listing. So that's one thing. Next thing is if you have mobile traffic that's bouncing, like if you're looking at your mobile traffic is bouncing at a higher rate than your non-mobile traffic, then your pages may not be optimized for mobile. And so that's something that you want to consider as well. And you can look at Google Search Console. Again, another one we pretty frequently talk about as a tool that you really should be looking at analytics tool that you should be looking at for your to analyze your data. You can see in Google Search Console whether or not your pages are mobile optimized. So take a look in there and see if you got mobile issues. And then if your ad traffic is bouncing, then you may have a problem with your offer. So those are some of the reasons why you might have a higher bounce rate than usual. For cart abandonment, if your cart abandonment is on average should be just under 70%. If you're looking at really high cart abandonments, then it's something that you need to look at. For mobile, that cart abandonment is much higher. People are much more casual. They're on the go. They're more likely to just be browsing around. So you can expect a higher cart abandonment on a mobile device. But that said, assuming that these are not the issues, and you want to do some more, you want to boost that, you want to kind of lower that cart abandonment or lower that bounce rate, a chat widget can really have a pretty important impact for you. So when can chat widgets have the biggest impact? They have a big impact when you sell products on your website. So obviously, if you like, as I mentioned, if you're in retail sales, retail sales can really be benefited by having a chat widget. If you're driving a lot of traffic, certainly. So if you're looking at holiday season, for example, right now, holiday season's really big. You can look at and you're looking at doing promotions and these sorts of things, or if you're looking to drive traffic to for you're doing sales and that sort of thing. Definitely a chat widget can really have a big impact because there are a lot of folks that are coming to your site. So a couple of percentage points of conversion, loss in conversion rate can mean a dramatic impact to your business. So definitely something to look at. If somebody's browsing your pages for a long time, 15 seconds or more, that can be typically mean that they're very interested. They're at the bottom of the funnel. And so I would actually say, bottom of the funnel is what we're looking at for the impact for chat. If we're talking about marketing, if we're talking about customer service, slightly different, but just specifically related to marketing, you want to look at the bottom of the funnel. The bottom of the funnel is where you're getting the most purchase intent. That's where your purchase intent is. So if you're running ads and you're really just driving a sale, or if somebody has high purchase intent, which would be indicated by them adding an item to your cart or hanging around on your page for a long time, then on a product page specifically, not like your home page or content pages or about page, but your product page, and they're hanging around for a long time, where they scroll to the bottom of the page, that sort of thing. Then you can have then it suggests that they're very interested and they're maybe playing around with options, or they're trying to figure out whether or not they want to buy. At that point, they may have some questions that come up in the process, and then you would be benefited by actually having a chat widget that will allow you to connect directly with the customer and answer any questions they might have. And of course, also during checkout, this is where people enter their coupon codes or try out a different combinations of items, or maybe they're curious about what goes into shipping, that sort of thing. That's another place where you can have an impact by being able to directly connect with the customer. So what are some of the things you can look for in a chat app? Well, you can certainly look for something that's easy to integrate. That can be really important for you if you don't have a development team, or if you don't have a dedicated developer working with you. Certainly, if you do, then that may not be as big of an issue for you. But certainly for most small business owners, I think it's something you guys should be aware of. You want to have something that allows for automated response, and most importantly, the ability to respond when you're AFK, when you're not around, or you're off business hours. So you want to make sure that it's a really good thing to be able to set the business hours in the app, so that on the back end, so that when the business hours are on, you are able to make to respond, and when the business hours are off, you don't respond. Otherwise, it can cause some customer confusion when they're actually trying to engage with you. Mobile support, that can be used for you if you are commonly on the go and you don't have a dedicated sales team in one place, and you're actually the person as the business owner or the marketer who's responding to sales inquiries, and you're running around from office to office, or just on the go. It's good to be able to address chat in real time on your phone. So that's something that I would look for as well. Third-party integrations, those are really key, because some of you guys may already be using CRMs, customers relations management tools, and so you want to be able to, you may want to integrate your chat tool with your CRM. Some CRMs actually offer chat, and we'll go into that in a little bit, but definitely, you want to make sure that your chat can integrate with your CRMs, as well as whatever analytics you're using, so that you can so you can check your analytics and see how you're performing. That leads into the fifth item, which is advanced analytics. That's also important. You want to be able to not only chat, but you want to be able to analyze the data and see if your chat's actually driving sales. So these are some of the things that I would look into. So let's go right into a few examples of some chat apps that I kind of like, and I think they offer a good combination of these 5 items. So the first one that I wanted to look at is LiveChat. LiveChat is it's an application. It's a WordPress plugin, plus a backend web app that you can sign into and manage all of your chat off the website, and it just updates, so it basically just updates your site. It's very easy to integrate. It's very easy to set up. You can set it up through the WordPress plugin manager. Download the plugin and basically set up the entire application on the web or on a desktop app. They have a lot of options to sift through, so it can be a little bit cumbersome to get started. Although it's very quick to set up, it can be cumbersome to go through all the options and figure out what you want to do. It doesn't really give you that many suggestions as far as how to set them up, so or what you should be using as your options. But I think as a tool, it does a pretty decent job. Automation, it does provide automated responses. It does not provide complex message trees, so if that's something that you're looking for, it won't give you that, but it does give you automated responses, and it's also not really easy to set hours. It's really just based on agent availability, so it will automate a response if you're not available, but if you're available, it will you'll be able to respond. So mobile support, the mobile support is really strong. I think that, like as I mentioned, having the ability to connect on the go is a really important feature, and it does provide a mobile app so that you can message people on the go. As far as third-party integrations, I give it a really strong grade. It includes webhooks and third-party integrations with Zapier, Shopify, MailChimp, and a number of other solutions, marketing solutions that you may already be using. So again, if you look at what you're already using and you're just looking to integrate LiveChat into that, find a solution that will integrate with what you currently have, that will send data to what you currently have, so that you can manage in your existing CRM. So that's always an important thing as well. And then analytics, it provides the ability to set up goals and track your sales statistics, so you can see which chats are actually driving sales and which chats aren't. And it can help you improve your sales strategy. So overall, I think LiveChat is a really strong option. It does come with a cost. It's a variable cost, but it does come with a bit of a cost. But it's actually a pretty strong solution if it's something that you're heavily looking into. Next one is HubSpot. So of course, I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with HubSpot, or many of you already may use HubSpot. So if HubSpot is the one that you use, it may be the solution for chat that you want to look into as well, because the chat application integrates great with the HubSpot platform. It's very easy, it's extremely easy to integrate. It's basically the same as Chatbot, and if you actually a little bit better actually, because it gives you a step-by-step process of how to set up your chat features. So it gives you the steps with some suggestions on how to set up your chat features, so that if you're a complete novice to chat, you're not kind of left wondering whether or not you're doing it the right way. Then so the automation gives you a little bit more sophisticated automated messaging. So it provides allows you to qualify leads and set up meetings and things like that. So there's more automation that's available through HubSpot. I definitely like those features. Also provides you with a mobile app. Again, that's a critical feature if you are on the go. And as far as third-party integrations go, it's a pretty strong solution for HubSpot users. If you're using a different CRM, you may not want to use the HubSpot chat widget, but if you are using HubSpot, it may be your best bet, because it gives you pretty much sends all the data to HubSpot, including analytics, as I mentioned in the fifth bullet below. All right, so the next and final one that I wanted to review is called TalkToYou. TalkToYou is a really strong offering as well. And the advantage of TalkToYou is that it's free. Also, I didn't mention that the HubSpot chat app is free, of course. Then and so that the last two offerings here are free. TalkToYou is also free. That's a big plus if you want to just try things out. It's got a WordPress plugin, which is very easy to set up. Again, automation, I'm giving it an A+ because it does integrate with a tool called Chatbot, and Chatbot is also a WordPress plugin, but this one gives you complex conversation trees. So it's not just an automated we're not around right now, but it's actually more like step-by-step tool that gives you trees of information, trees of conversations, so that you can set up long conversations when you're away from the keyboard. That can be really useful. And it actually gives you a library of templates, industry specific templates, so you don't actually have to write out all of these or develop all these conversation trees from scratch. Mobile support, again, A for that one, it gives you a mobile app for conversations on the go. It has really strong third-party integrations. Integrates with Zapier. You can connect TalkToYou with over 2,000. Actually, this was the 2,000 plus apps with Zapier. So you can pretty much integrate it with anything that you want to. And you can also use, and as far as analytics goes, you can use using Tag Manager. You can track your important interactions through such as chat starts and things like that. You can track the interactions through Tag Manager. So that's a really important thing. So in conclusion, these are the top three that I wanted to review today, because they give you kind of a variety, but then they match the various criteria that I set out in the beginning. So really, in conclusion, I just wanted to say that there are many apps out there, and there are lots of them that are free. Two of the three that I reviewed have been free, and the first one offers a 14-day trial. So, you can basically try them out whenever try them out for several days, check them out, see if you like them, and then and if you don't, then you can turn them off. They're very easy to set up and very easy to disconnect. So it's worth a try if it's something that looks like it's kind of in your wheelhouse. And then also it allows you, most of them will actually connect to your existing CRM. Some of them, again, some CRMs have their own chat widget, and some you can set up and connect through Zapier. So they all kind of, they all will sort of, connect to to what you're currently using, and that's kind of a benefit, because you don't want to have to use many different CRMs. It just makes things much more complicated. Okay, so with that, I wanted to conclude and thank you guys for joining for the presentation. I hope this information was useful, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some words from you guys about whether or not you've tried out some of the chat widgets and how they worked out for you guys. Welcome again, and again, for anybody who's joining for the first time, we've got a really great we have a really great group on Facebook called Online Business Owners. Feel free to look us up and join. We have lots of information, great information every week, and looking forward to seeing you guys hopefully in the future. All right, thanks so much. Take care.